There is a little known fact in the franchise industry, and most franchisees only find out about it after they have bought or gotten the rights for their first franchise. And they start to operate that franchise on their own. Then it takes them a little while to realize something is missing, and then a lot longer to figure out how to overcome it. This is the biggest secret in the franchise industry. And it is the reason why a lot of franchisees struggle when they first start with their franchise. And for this reason is why in today's show, we are going to talk about this secret because you can overcome it once you know what that secret is. And so in today's show, we're going to talk about number one, what is the secret? And number two, what can you do as a franchisee to overcome it so that you can actually achieve the goals and the dreams that you expected when you decided to get into franchising. So, first of all, what is that secret? Well, the secret is that you do not get everything you need to be successful when you get a franchise. That's right. Even though a lot of expectations and assumptions is that you do, the reality is that you do not. Now, before I go into what you do not get, let me share a little bit about what you do get. And what you do get is a proven brand, a brand that a founder, a creator, an innovator came up with. And after operating it and being successful at it, they decided to then sell franchises from that brand. Now, what's in a brand? The brand is a specific product that somebody developed. There is the service process in which you deliver that product or service, because the product could also be a service, but how you deliver it to the consumers, to the customers, is another part of the brand that you're acquiring. The image, everything that has to do with how what you see, touch, smell about the particular brand, that is part of the proven brand that you are acquiring. And then the marketing from that franchisor, whether it's regional, national, depending on the size of that brand. And, don't get me wrong, this is a great deal. You do get that proven brand that it will take you an enormous amount of money and expertise to be able to develop yourself a proven brand that is successful, that is proven that the consumers are willing to give you money for, and that you will give you the revenue you need to have a business that gives you profits. Now, that is what you get when you invest in a franchise. What you do not get when you invest in a franchise is a management degree. Think about it. If you were to get a management degree, first of all, if you go to college, it takes you 4 years and minimum about $80,000 minimum if you go to a good college that gives you that degree. Or if you do a minimum associate's degree and general business management, $40,000. And so there are several reasons why the franchisors do not provide that management degree. Well, number one is because they will have to clearly charge you more money if they're going to have the expertise, the knowledge, the tools, the instructors to teach you how to manage the business, not the brand. They are responsible to give you the tools, the resources, and the knowledge so that you can duplicate the brand that they have proven to be successful. That is what you get when you buy a franchise. Now, if they're going to be giving you the management side, they will have to charge you, like I mentioned, a whole lot more money. So that would be the one reason why they don't do that. Now, there's a second reason, which I think is probably the biggest reason, and that is that there is a franchisor, franchisee, employer liability issue if they get into the details of how to manage the business. Because if they are now giving you information as to how to manage the people, how to manage your financials, how to manage your your business structure, now legally in the United States, you're considered a joint employer. And that means that this franchisor will now be also liable for anything that you or your employees do in your organization. And for this reason, franchisors do not get into that side of business. Business has two parts: the brand that brings you the revenue, and then the management processes to make the profitability. So, franchisors focus in providing you the tools and resources that you need to duplicate the brand. And it is up to you to acquire the knowledge and information to manage the business successfully. So, that is the biggest secret in the franchise industry, that you do not get everything you need to be successful. However, you do get that proven brand. And like I mentioned, that's still a great deal, because one of the reasons that 90% of independent businesses do not succeed is because they do not have a proven brand. And the other part is because they don't have the proper knowledge to manage the business. When you become a franchisee, you have half of the problem solved when it comes to business success. You get a proven brand that allows you to produce or reproduce and duplicate a product or service that consumers are willing to pay you for, and you're going to be able to get revenue. And so here it is: how can you overcome the fact that you only get half of the solution? And the first thing is you need to be aware of. So the fact that you are listening to the show and you're here with me today, that means that you are becoming aware, not only that you're not going to get everything from the franchisor, but the reality is that you're not supposed to get everything from the franchisor, and that there are certain things that you need to acquire for you to ensure your success as a franchisee, which is the second thing that you need to do to ensure that you can be successful and you can overcome this secret that you probably didn't know until after you acquire a franchise and start operating. So the second thing is that you need to search for that knowledge. You need to search for that other half, which is the management part of the business. Now, there are several places where you can look for that. Number one, look for your family and friends that are entrepreneurs, those people that are running businesses that are being successful, and go to them to give you their knowledge, the resources, the best practices, so that you can learn from them how can you be successful as a business owner, franchisee. The second thing that you can do is become engaged with the network in your franchise organization. One of the big benefits of becoming a franchisee is that you have access to a network of other entrepreneurs and investors just like you, that have been doing it for a lot longer than you. Others that are also just as new as you, but go and reach out for those that have been doing it for a while. They have knowledge and information that can help you in the area of business management that you're missing, so that you can implement those tools and that information so that you can be successful. The third way that you can actually get information is through books, through online learning, like things like, like this show that you are here with me on. You are learning this information, and you can, go ahead and watch all our past shows and subscribe to our channel so that you can see all future shows, and you will get a lot of information also from all this, online learning that's available right now for free. Now, the fourth thing that you can reach out to is, formal learning development programs like we provide at the American Franchise Academy. I know that we have mentioned this in many of our shows here, that's what we dedicate ourselves to. We dedicate ourselves to providing these entrepreneurs, these franchise owners, and independent business owners also the knowledge that you need to manage your business, those systems that allow you to be able to duplicate your management systems in your organization across multiple units. So that's what you need to do. Search for that knowledge in whatever areas and places you can. The third thing that you need to do to overcome this secret is that you need to implement those systems. As you are learning all these things that you're missing, you now need to implement all this learning. And it is very important that you implement it with the same level of consistency and discipline in which you duplicate the brand that has been proven successful. So if you are acquiring or investing money into a brand that will give you revenue, clearly you invest time and effort to making sure that you're duplicating those systems to duplicate that brand with great discipline, because it's clearly proven to be successful, and that's how you're going to get revenue. The same way as you develop in your management systems, once you have them, document them, and you know them, you need to implement them with the same level of discipline throughout your organization, because that is what's proven to be successful for other entrepreneurs, and therefore it will be for you. And so that's very important that you do that. Now, the fourth thing that you need to do is keep learning, because the reality is that things change constantly. And so your franchisor will be updating the brand. They will have creating innovation and communication and systems to make sure that as things change in the world, that their brand that they are responsible for providing it continues to also evolve and improve through the days and the times and the years. The same thing with you and your business and your management systems. You need to continue to learn and maintain yourself on top of what's happening, because things change. COVID happens. Of course, inflation happens, like it's happening right now. Laws change, generations of people change. So things are constantly changing. So it is very important that you keep yourself informed so that you can maintain your management systems up to date and on top of the things that you need to, so that you can continue to be successful. So as a franchisee, now you are able to overcome that secret, the secret that tells you that you do not get everything that you need to be successful. Your franchisor will continue to innovate and improve their brand. You need to continue to innovate and improve your management systems, so that you can then get you can get the sales from the brand, and you can get the profits from the management of your business. So this is the biggest secret in the franchise industry. Now it is no longer so much of a secret, because you now heard about it here. Now, if you would like to learn more about how you can reach out and learn those management systems for your business so that you can be successful, so that you can implement them in your organization and have the same discipline on the management systems as you have in the brand systems, all you need to do is join us in the upcoming multi-unit masterclass. This masterclass will share with you all of those systems that you need to create as a franchise owner, as a business owner, so that you are developing them, and then you can consistently execute them so that you can have the profitability and the business and financial results that you want and deserve out of the franchise you invested in. Hopefully this was of value to you, that you enjoy this information, and that you're going to go and either join the masterclass with us, that the next one is happening up, or that you reach out for that information that you're missing so that you can overcome the secret and be successful. Thank you for being with me in the show, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.